Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with the new video, and this is gonna be discussing my post-game reaction and analysis. Now, I know I did a live stream and I gave my concluding thoughts, or my Super Bowl thoughts yesterday, but this is gonna be a more in-depth discussion about the Super Bowl yesterday. So, and I want to do this before I talk about Real Madrid and PSG and my Champions League matchup predictions, but. Make sure if you guys are new, hit that sub button, y'all. Hit that sub button. Give me a subscribe. Give me a like. Share the video with your friends and family, and turn on that post notification bell, so that way you know when I drop a new video on YouTube. Heads up. I'm just waiting for confirmation for this because I'm not sure if the NFL or YouTube are gonna like what I did yesterday. Even though Jason and I and Naeem had a great time. Last night doing the live stream for you guys. We had a lot of fun. Apparently the NFL is hunting out other we're hunting out other live streams yesterday, and they shut them down. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't shut me down looking back at it now. And as of right now, I don't have a copyright strike, but if in the case that I do, I will post a small video letting you all know that I'll be, temporarily slipping out, going onto the other going onto another platform. But we'll jump that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to that. So let's go ahead and let's talk about yesterday's game. So first and foremost, congratulations go out to Los Angeles Rams. You finally got over the hump. Matthew Stafford trade, worked out for y'all. Odell, picking up Odell Beckham worked out for y'all, even though he got hurt last night. But he, did enough where he got you a Super Bowl ring. There you go. Cooper Kupp, right now best wide receiver right now in the NFL. Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Von Miller gets a second Super Bowl ring, and then Aaron Donald making the play of the game to shut down Joe Burrow. So, congratulations go out to the Los Angeles Rams, that whole organization there. Sean McVay as well, had a rough going of it back three years ago, and then came back and won it again. So, I'm going to talk more about them here in a second, but I do want to give my shout-outs and acknowledge the Cincinnati Bengals, even though they lost. And this is how I do my post-game. I acknowledge, okay? So I'm going to acknowledge these guys, before I go into a deep dive of the game. So, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals, the Bengals had, if you would have told me at the beginning of September that the Cincinnati Bengals would be in a Super Bowl, I'll be telling you, yo, man, y'all are crazy. The Bengals have been a joke for so long. It would be really hard for me to believe you, but against all odds, they upset the Raiders. They beat the Raiders. They upset the 1 seed in the Tennessee Titans. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. And they get here, and they just fall short. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, they are going to be superstars down the road. We have not. I don't know if they're going to make it to another Super Bowl or not, but they will be certainly in the conversation. That's going to be a tandem to remember. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase for years and years to come. So. Those guys, we have not heard the last of these guys. Now, like I said, I don't know if they are going to make it to another Super Bowl or not. This could have been their opportunity just because the AFC is busted wide open. We have, most of the young talent are in the AFC, has a lot of upside and they're young. Like we have Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, let me see, Josh Allen, Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, those guys. So I don't know if Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to make another Super Bowl appearance, but I would not be surprised or offended if I see them in the conversation or see them in another championship opportunity. I don't know if it's going to happen next year. I don't know if it's going to happen. I say 5 years. Within 5 years, we will see the Bengals in contention yet again. So, that's the way I see it. So let's talk about this game. I really had to get that out of the way. So, first quarter and a half, I want to say, the Rams had everything going for them. They were up 7-0. It took the Bengals a long time to get points. They finally get it 7-3. But then the Rams get a touch, an Odell Beckham. No. They get a touchdown to make it 13-3. They missed the extra point, and the reason why I'm going to mention that is that it comes into play later. So 13-3, the Rams were doing everything in their power, but then mistakes just haunted them. The Bengals go down the field towards the end of the first half to get a touchdown, makes it 13-10. Then Matthew Stafford throws an interception, gives a chance to the Bengals to tie it. The Bengals couldn't do anything with it though. So the Rams barely lead at halftime, 13-10 there. And then in the second half, literally 12 seconds in, good thing I stayed put, because I was this close to stepping off and saying, well, nothing's going to happen in 12 seconds. Good thing I stayed put, because next thing you know, Joe Burrow goes, throws downfield. Jamar Chase is there for a touchdown, gives the Bengals the lead 17-13. And then I'm like, all right, I don't know if the Rams are going to do something here. And they do. They throw another interception. The Bengals get a field goal out of it, 20-13. And then after that, Jason and I were just there, having fun. We were making fun of our guy Naeem most of the time, just because it was 20-13 forever. And then the Rams get a field goal, 20-16. But you look, the extra point missed really came back to haunt them, because if they made that extra point, now I know it wasn't Matt Gay's fault. There was a fumbled snap or whatever. And that just happened. But if they would have made that extra point, I guarantee you they would have been able to tie it, and we would have probably had a more exciting game. Defensive sloppy game. 20-16 in the fourth quarter. The Bengals get the ball back with like 9 minutes. And all I told Jason was, look, the Bengals got this in the bag. They got this. All they got to do is run down the clock. And they almost did it. And here's why I say they almost did it. The Rams couldn't get anything going. So Odell Beckham Jr. goes down at the end of the first half with a knee injury, which is now confirmed that it's feared to be a torn ACL, which really sucks. Although he got a Super Bowl ring, like I said. But it sucks that it's just eerie that it happened, when he tore his ACL last time with the Cleveland Browns. It was the same knee, and it was against the Bengals. So how eerie is that? Different team, but same knee, and in a championship, game. So, basically Matthew Stafford kept on feeding it to Cooper Kupp, and the Bengals did a really good job. The Rams running team, Sony Michel, Cam Akers, basically those guys couldn't run the ball, and they had to rely on Darrell Henderson, a running back, to throw the ball to him in the flat as a wide receiver. So that's how they had to rely on their running backs. So the Bengals did everything right until 2 minutes left to go. The Rams are marching. Cooper Kupp gets a few big catches. They're in the red zone. And then on fourth down, there's a holding call that gives them a first down. And the Rams and the Bengals, Bengals kept on getting penalties towards the end. And that was good enough for the Rams, where they threw it to Cooper Kupp, a few yards out, gets the touchdown, takes the lead, 23-20, and then Joe Burrow has a chance. Jamar Chase with a big catch. But then on 4th and 1, Aaron Donald did what he did against the 49ers when he tipped the pass. Granted, that pass was intercepted, but, he tipped the pass and knocked it down to, crush the Bengals' hopes and dreams. The Rams get the Super Bowl win. So, there you go. But my takeaway for Matthew Stafford's performance is he could have done better. He really, if he would have had, and Jason and I were discussing this last night, that if he had Odell Beckham Jr. Healthy throughout the game, I don't think we would have been discussing the Rams trailing the entire game. I think they would have been dominant. Joe Burrow and the Bengals were coming away with big time plays. And then after the Odell Beckham Jr. injury, they really couldn't get anything going. The Cincinnati Bengals defense just totaled up and said, we just got to make sure that Cooper Kupp doesn't beat us up as much, at all. And they did. They made sure of that until the very, very end. But Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, I got to give them credit where credit is due. They did what they did against the Buccaneers. They did what they did against the Cardinals, and they did what they did against the 49ers, because they, came up with big clutch plays against the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. So there you go. So, there you go. There's my Super Bowl recap. Those are my, final thoughts. Heartbreaker for the losing team. For a guy that wasn't rooting for, I was neutral, and I think that, since the last time I was neutral was Super Bowl 54, to be honest. And yes, I did give my prediction to the Rams, but I was like, look, either way, I'm fine. These are two teams that, it was a surprising Super Bowl at the least. Jason and I, when the Rams came back and won that Super Bowl, we were stunned, because we in all honesty thought that the Bengals had it in the bag, and there was just no way that the Rams were able to come back, especially with the Rams being as predictable. Run, pass. It was so annoying. I was like, are we watching a Washington game right now? That's what I literally said. So, there you go. So let me know what you all thought of the Super Bowl last night. I thought it was a thriller, towards the end. I liked it. Very good Super Bowl. Not bad for my first Super Bowl stream. 4 hours long last night. I know it was a bit unprofessional. Jason and I were, eating snacks and, eating our Super Bowl meals at the same time. Jason turned off his camera for a bit, and then I was, in and out a lot. I don't know if YouTube or the NFL is going to come after me for, trying to keep my volume down or not. But hey, Jason and I are both blind. We can't rely, we have to rely on audio. So we'll have to wait and see what the consequences are that I'm probably going to have to face on my channel. Jason's already facing consequences for his political channel anyways. But, I may have to face consequences for the first time on this channel. Well, it's been a fun year and a half without me getting consequences. But we'll have to wait and see. But alrighty, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of the Super Bowl last night. Congratulations one more time goes out to the Rams. I'm happy that y'all got it. Let's see what the NFL brings. I don't know what I'm going to do without NFL content. I want to thank you all for an incredible NFL season. I know that I covered a lot of other NFL teams. Not as much as I wanted, but, a lot of things got in the way, towards the middle of the season. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next on this channel. Off season coming up next, off season videos, draft videos, and I'm excited to do that. I'm going to keep this, Golden Truth series going. Second episode coming out hopefully this Wednesday. So that's if I don't get a strike here in the next coming days. But alrighty, y'all. Make sure you guys hit the sub button like I said. Thank you very much. Also, give me a like, share the video with your friends and family, comment, turn on that post notification bell so that way you know when I drop a new video. Keep it real, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.